Alright, Schlockmeister fans, 80s horror movie from George Romero. This one's called Monkey Shines. Let's check it out. Monkey Shines. So here we have a couple in bed. That's the actress Janine Turner, the one on the right. The guy on the left was Alan. Here he is out running. And there he is getting smacked by a truck. Unfortunately, the accident made him a quadriplegic, and he can only move his head. Here's a friend of Alan's, Jeffrey Fisher. He's a
human brain
scientist of some sort. And that is, like he said, a human brain. What's he up to with that brain? Well, he scrapes off some of the brain when it's kind of frozen and puts it in some sort of liquid goo, and he's injecting this human brain tissue into monkeys. As for his girlfriend, Janine Turner,
Linda's dumping me. She didn't come out and say it, but no, I can tell. The monkey responding. As its learning curve improves, then he's smarter than it was before it was injected.
Stephen Root.
Very difficult to measure. She was pretty smart to begin with. So.
Alan finds life as a quadriplegic to be very difficult, so he tries to kill himself. He does not succeed, however. Meanwhile, Linda has taken up with the doctor who actually performed the surgery on Alan.
He tried to kill himself. Wait a minute. You didn't know?
She came to see him.
Hey, I hope you don't think she's...
So his friend Jeffrey there, the scientist, brings over Ella, one of the monkeys. He's going to have Ella help out. Ella's basically a helper monkey. He can have her do things, like wash windows, apparently, and help out with food, and an affection grows between them.
I'm going to do it, Alan. I'll go back to school.
Jeffrey stops by to check on Ella, give her another injection of his human brain goo, which Ella does not like.
What happened?
In fact, Ella has an outburst.
You and that monkey. She is just a dirty, filthy, sneaky little beast. You don't like the way this place looks? Well, she's the one that leaves it such a mess.
Ella didn't like that nurse yelling at him, so the nurse had a little pet bird. Ella took care of that bird.
Killed my bogey! Marianne, I think you're confused. Not with his hands. He had his little demon do it for him.
Alan's mother comes to stay, and look at that. He moved his hand.
Mother, my hand moved. Did you see it?
Alan.
Apparently Alan and Ella have some sort of telepathy between them.
I'm in Ella's body, running with her strength, and seeing through her eyes. He had looked harder. And he found
And a doctor thinks they might be able to cure him.
Could he have fixed it?
Can you fix it?
This is a very inexact specialty.
He tries to call that former doctor to kind of yell at him a little bit.
9729.
And the doctor left Linda's number as an emergency contact. At one point, Alan bites his lip in anger, cuts himself, and this is kind of creepy. We then see through Ella's eyes as Ella goes to this cabin where he knows, or at least where Alan knows, his ex-girlfriend and his doctor are, and Ella's going to start the place on fire.
Something terrible has happened. There was...
A fire. Now this thing happens, it's pure coincidence, and you've dreamed up this crazy way of blaming it on yourself. It wasn't a fit of anger. I thought about it. I thought about ways of doing it. Fire was one of those ways. Don't bring her back.
Jeffrey takes Ella.
Check with you on Monday, all right?
Ella's not happy about that. So with Linda gone, he starts to hit it off with Melanie, who also has been helping out a lot. I can't really show you much here, and he can't do much, but she's going to feed him her boob, and then she's going to sit on his face, which I can't show you.
One last dose. Not for you this time. No, this time it's for me. This shit can plug you into Alan's head. Maybe it can plug me into yours.
So he tries the same trick with Ella, and sure enough, it works with him too. He can experience whatever Ella does. The monkeys break loose, and it's complete chaos at the lab. Ella ran back to Alan's house, and while Mama's taking a bath,
What kind of experiment was it, Jeff? What did you do to Ella? What did you do to me? Alan.
Ella's going crazy at the house now, and Melanie tries to call.
Alan?
Ella says no calls now.
Alan?
You can't fool me, not with that bullshit. You're not gonna hurt me. I'm part of you. Help me! Help me! Help me, please! Yeah.
He tries to tap into Ella, calm her down, and take him on a journey outside. In spite of the phone call situation, Melanie does come over. Apparently this is part of a mating ritual when you do that.
You slime.
Well, Melanie's knocked out and Ella's about to inject her. And all of a sudden he's getting strength to move his hand. Which he's able to do, which plays the music, which settles Ella down. Well, he killed Ella, bit her to death, and then the last scene in the movie, after he's had surgery, sure enough, the doctor repaired him enough where he can now walk. Alright, let's talk about Monkey Shines. This is a movie I saw probably in 1989. Came out in 88, showed up on cable probably a year later. I don't think I rented this in copies. I think I actually taped this off cable and I watched it at the time. And I remember liking it. It was pretty good, and I would say this movie has stood the test of time. It's not a fantastic movie, but it's a pretty good one, actually, and well made. I had forgotten completely that George Romero had directed this movie. What we got here is a guy named Alan who's he's out jogging one day and he gets hit by a truck. Next thing you know, he can't walk anymore. He's a quadriplegic. So he comes home. He loses his girlfriend, Janine Turner. She was on a TV show in the 80s. I forget what it was called. I don't know, Northwoods. It was Alaska. Some kind of thing. I can't remember. But anyway, she ends up dating the doctor who worked on him. And she doesn't really tell him. It's found out later on and he gets angry. But anyway, he finds life as a quadriplegic hard to live by. He has a live-in nurse. His mom comes to help out eventually. He tries to commit suicide at one point, and a friend of his, Jeffrey Fisher, who's like this scientist guy, works in a lab with the monkeys, decides to give him a monkey. And the monkey's name is Ella, and the monkey is supposed to help him out. And sure enough, Ella changes his life. Ella can clean, do things for him, help feed him, all kinds of things. And he can control a little bit what he does because he can move his mouth, and he's got that wheelchair thing where he blows and that sort of thing. So that helps him. At one point, though, he seems to be able to move his hand. So, and it's like an involuntary move. He's like, I wonder if I can do this. So he sees a different doctor for a second opinion. Doctor says, I think your first doctor may have screwed up. This is possibly fixable. So that gives him new hope. Anyway, Ella, turns out, and this Jeffrey Fisher, the friend of his, Jeffrey Fisher has been injecting the monkeys with human brain tissue. He mixes it up with some sort of other goo, and I guess he's experimenting. I don't know to what end. But anyway, apparently this allows Ella and Alan to have some sort of telepathic connection with each other. When Ella walks around, in fact, Ella finds a way to leave the house. Ella's very smart and runs around outside. Alan can kind of see what's happening. It's kind of like a dream state for him. Well, eventually he finds out that Linda, his girlfriend, has left him for the other doctor. He's really pissed off and angry. Ella detects this. Ella leaves the house, goes to where they are, this cabin, and burns the place down and kills them both. And at this point, Alan's freaking out because he realizes there's some sort of connection here. This is weird, and people are dead now. So he calls his friend Jeffrey back, and Jeffrey takes Ella away. And then Jeffrey wants to inject himself and experiment the same way, which he does. And then Ella escapes the lab, ends up back at Alan's house, and is very jealous. Ella has developed a deep connection with Alan and does not want him or have any relationships, this sort of thing. Well, Jeffrey comes by, and I think Ella killed him. He was kind of staggering around a bit. I believe he died. Melanie came over. She got attacked by Ella. Mom, who was upstairs in the bathtub, got electrocuted by Ella when Ella threw a hairdryer in the tub and fried her. Ella is about to kill Melanie, and then Alan finds the strength to move his hand a little bit and turns on this tape, which plays some soft music, which calms Ella down immediately. Ella comes up and snuggles up to him. He puts his head down and bites Ella on the neck and just chews her up, wags her around, drops her to the floor, kills her. The last scene in the movie then is him having an operation, and sure enough, he can walk again, and he leaves with Melanie. That's it. That's Monkey Shine. So anyway, this was actually a pretty good movie. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Not a lot of blood, actually. It's kind of one of those, I don't know if you call it a hidden gem from the 80s, but it was a pretty good movie. A couple of brief nude scenes, one from the actress who played Melanie, Kate McNeil, I think is her name. The guy who played Alan, I'd only seen him before. His name is Jason Baghe. I'm not sure you pronounce that. Beghe. I remember him as Yanessa, the quarterback in the HBO series First and 10. That's where I recognize him best from. But anyway, that's it. Monkey Shines, I believe it's available on DVD as well. The Blu-ray now is starting to get a little pricey, so if you want to snatch it up, you better do it quick. Who put this out? Scream Factory. Good job, Scream Factory. Track this movie down and watch it. It's pretty good. So anyway, I'll leave a link to Amazon down below if you want to buy it, and you do want to buy it. So click that link and get it. Monkey Shines, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Watch it. Bye. Monkey Shines.